of course, across live to Soweto at the Orlando Stadium, where our reporter Abongile Tumako has a guest from the ANC Youth League. Abongile, good morning and welcome to our agenda.
Good morning, Marumo. Indeed, things are beginning to unfold here at Orlando Stadium. We are seeing quite a number of people trickling into the Orlando Stadium to witness this historic event that seeks to commemorate those who perished indeed as a result of having been shot at by the apartheid police. Of course, as you've just alluded, I'm joined by the ANC Youth League Secretary General Njabulo Nzuza, Hlekazi Molo, and of course, welcome to SABC News. Here we are, 42 years later. What do we learn from those heroes and heroines that sort of stood up and said, no, not in our name?
We learn selflessness, that the young people will always put the country first before themselves as individuals. We learned that those who passed away because of their conviction to make things right in this country. And for us as young people today is to pick up that baton and learn to be brave and learn to deal with issues directly that are facing us as young people. We must deal with issues of unemployment. As the ANC Youth League this year, we have dedicated our June 16, our June month, for the issue of youth unemployment. We are calling for jobs for young people, and that is why we are forging ahead with our lobby that we've been doing for a very long time of scrapping of experience as an entry requirement for entry-level jobs. We don't want experience as a requirement for entry-level jobs. It seeks to shut down young people. It closes them out to enter the job market. We are raising issues of saying private sector must prioritize South Africans and reduce the number of foreign nationals they are currently employing in their various firms. So we stand firm, we stand resolute, and we are quite certain that today will be victorious for us in terms of the lobbies we've been doing.
Now the president is to deliver the keynote address, that is now Cyril Ramaphosa. What are some of the issues that you would like him to sort of touch down on? I understand that he has called on for the review of the policy on skills development. What are some of the other issues that you'd like for him to touch base on?
We expect the president to deal with the issue of education in terms of access to education, no longer just about the issue of money and actually dealing with the issue of where do we source funding, but rather how do we increase capacity for universities to take in more young people. Currently, we are talking about 3.3 young people who are in townships, who are not doing anything, who are not in education, who are not in employment, but they are lying fallow in townships and in various areas. What we need is to take those people through in education. You cannot take them through just by providing funding, but you have to increase access in terms of the number of universities and the number of institutions of higher learning that are there. We expect the president to also touch on the issue that we've been calling for in terms of scrapping of experience as a requirement for entry-level positions. We expect the president to touch on issues of youth entrepreneurship and how do we actually expand the budget of the NYDA to make sure that we fund more young people. We expect the president to touch on the issue of funding through a state-owned bank to make sure that young people get access to start up their own businesses.
Okay, cool. And Njabulo, we have to hold it right there for now. We're going to have to hand it to you back to you, Marumo, in studio. We continue with this broadcast as things begin to unfold here. And of course, we are expecting, of course, the main man, President Cyril Ramaphosa, to be the keynote speaker here at Orlando Stadium. For now, it's back to you in studio, Marumo.